I had an abortion before my daughter was born. I hid it from her for a long time because she found the ultrasound picture. I saved it. And I told her that I lost the baby because I was ashamed. I can't blame anybody for getting an abortion. I went through with it. But I will say that I was pressured. He told me he didn't want the baby, that he would pay for the abortion, and that I needed to have it taken care of. And I wanted the baby. I remember finding out I was pregnant and I was elated. I was overjoyed that I was pregnant. I was so happy. And I was blindsided by the fact that he didn't want the baby. So I did go ahead and have the abortion. When I was in the clinic to have the abortion, I was awake. Once the procedure was finished, it was a grief that I can't explain. I remember crying uncontrollably. And the doctor looked at me and said, "That's a side effect. It'll go away." That wasn't a side effect. That was me feeling a soul leave my body. I murdered my child. Having an abortion is murder. It's one of the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not kill. There isn't any reason at all for any reason to get an abortion. And I know I sound like a hypocrite, someone that has already had an abortion, but those doctors lied to you. That's not a side effect. That's the grief that you should feel for killing a baby. I didn't want to tell my daughter I had an abortion, but I didn't want to get rid of the ultrasound. I wanted that child. The only consolation I have right now is I know that that child is in heaven. And one day, I will meet him. If you're raped, it's God's choice, not yours, whether or not you're going to carry that baby full term. God knows everything. He sees the future. He might see, yes, you were raped and you had the child, but someone out there that cannot have a child is waiting for that baby. There is no reason that we should have an abortion. If you're going to have sex and you don't want a child, it's your responsibility to protect yourself and make sure that you don't have a child then. You can't just use an abortion as birth control. It's murder. And we're murdering babies by the millions. And God is very displeased. I'm forgiven. I know I'm saved. I know that one day I'm going to see him and I'm going to be disappointed in myself. Because I failed him. I should have listened to my own heart. I should have known, if you don't want this child, I can do this by myself. Because I've done a lot by myself. I know God forgives me. It's hard for me to forgive me. That's all.